What is going on, guys? We're back for another video, and today we're doing another Rallycross build. I believe it's been a couple weeks since we've done one. I've been really wanting to do one for a while, but I just haven't really been feeling it. You know, I've been feeling a bunch of other videos, so I took a break from these. I have uploaded a lot of these. I think this is the longest series I've ever had on my channel. I don't exactly know what episode this is, but I know that we're coming up on 40. So that's really cool. That's really exciting. And anyway, let's get into the car we're in. So the car that we're in today is actually the Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. This thing's an absolute beast. We did do the other Hellcat earlier in the series, and let me double check what place that got. I believe it was in it finished right now. It's in 11th place, and it actually finished with a 1.1 time. It is our slowest 1.1 time, but it still did finish with a 1.1 time, and this thing's actually a bit lighter. So I'm really curious to see how it'll do. I'm really curious to see the build that we're going to be able to do for it. So let's go ahead and start putting on all of these, all the parts that we need. So the all-wheel drive swap, the rally tire compound, which bumps up the PI tremendously, not giving us much PI to play with at all, but that is alright. And then now we just got to throw in our rally springs. So boom. Let's see, weight reduction. Do we want to do that? I don't believe that we put the full weight reduction in the last one. I'm gonna wait on that. I might do the same thing and not go completely full weight reduction, but I do want to put a little bit of weight reduction in. I'm gonna throw that in just for the handling and stuff like that, and then same with the Forza wing. Go ahead and throw that on. Also, side note, if you want this paint, I actually made this paint like months and months and months ago. Like when I'm pretty sure I made it around when the game actually like first came out. I think it's kind of cool. The back trunk looks a little funky, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's kind of cool. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and get into the build still. So let's go ahead and widen up the tires in the back all the way, and then I don't think I'm going to do the ones in the front. Actually, that doesn't up the PI that much. We'll just go one. I don't want to have understeer with big old fat tires, because that does happen. Something I am going to want, though, is... Ooh, that didn't actually do much. I'm going to throw that... Nah. I don't know if I should put that in, because I do notice that lowers the launch and the acceleration a little bit. And that ups the speed so much. So I feel like putting this in changes the gear ratios more than anything to lengthen them. And I don't really want that on a rally track. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the stock gears in. And it doesn't change the shift time at all. So I'll just leave the stock gears in. Let's throw that in for some weight reduction. Always got to have the race diff. And then we did all that. I guess we don't really need anything power-wise. So let's see if I can, in fact, fit the full waist rate reduction. I can. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. And then we are going to put the roll cage in. And then we can do a little bit power-wise. Hopefully we could put an exhaust on so this thing just sounds incredible. Can't quite fit the exhaust, dang. We can put a sport exhaust on, so we'll just do that. See if it sounds a little better. Now we'll just see if we can fit any of these little parts on. Looking like we're not quite gonna be able to, so we'll just see if we can fit a flywheel. We can fit a flywheel that brings it down a little bit. So we're ending this build at 719 horsepower, which is absolutely freaking insane, and weighing in at 3,806 pounds. A little bit on the heavier side, but that's actually not too bad. Normally, Hellcats are pretty famous for being extremely heavy cars, but you know, this thing's it's actually not too bad. I'm genuinely surprised by that. It doesn't weigh too much. So got everything. Got the all-wheel drive, the rally tire compounds, and then the rally suspension. So we're good. So let's take this thing on over to the Yarra Valley Mountain View Scramble Circuit, where we're going to have 5 laps to see if we can, in fact, beat our current leader, which I believe is still the Ram Runner. I haven't done the series in a while. Ram Runner with a time of 1 minute 1.195. So an absolutely insanely fast time. You know, I believe it'll take a... I have gotten faster times than that 2 times now out of the series, just messing around. So it's definitely possible, but you never know. You never know. And I believe I did do a shortcut in the last episode with the BRZ. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Obviously, if I was going for a world record time outside of the series, I would absolutely do that. But because it does save you a couple seconds. Honestly, it's an insane shortcut. But you know, It's just not something I want to do on the series. I believe it's like a cheat for the time, and if I started it now, it would cheat a lot of the time. So let's see how this thing launches. Barely any wheel spin, perfect short gear ratios. This car is going to be insane as long as I don't have there's a bit of understeer, a little bit. I definitely feel the weight of the car, but you know, just like with the other Hellcat, the weight of the car is definitely pushing down on those fat tires and giving me so much more traction. This thing's insane. And obviously it's got the 707 horsepower engine in it with a little bit of upgrades. So this thing is definitely something to be messed with. I definitely believe that we'll have an insane time out of this thing. Also, side note, I apologize if I sound kind of strange, or if I don't really talk as much, or whatever's going on. If something's a little off with me this video, I am coming up with, I believe it's just like a cold. I'm just getting sick. I've been feeling it coming in for the last couple days, but I woke up this morning and it hit me like a freight train, and I'm not looking forward to going to work today or waking up tomorrow morning, because I know it's going to be bad tomorrow morning. So I apologize in advance for me being strange or just not talking or whatnot. Oh, brake. Oh, we did bang the wall pretty hard right there, but it did not balls the lap, surprisingly. First with our first lap with a 1:06, which isn't too terrible. They go extremely wide around that corner. Actually, I haven't driven this track in a couple weeks, so I apologize if I might give this thing a couple extra laps, just because I'm bad and I haven't driven this track in a couple weeks. Woo! Just barely scraping that corner, little drift tap right there. Let's see how we do over the jumps this time. Really awkward because it's right in between 4th and 5th gears, what I want to be in through there. So we completely clear the water there. Swing way to the left. Go extremely quick through that corner. Looking like a pretty good lap so far, as long as we can get some good horsepower down the final straight. Not a quick time at all. I'm hoping that we can do a little bit better. So I take that first corner a lot better there. Let's actually brake into that corner that time. There we go. That was a lot better than the last lap. Holy crap. Just kind of focusing a little bit, making sure I'm not balls in anything. Dab the e-brake a little bit just to get the car sideways and we can put the power down. I do believe that I want to stay in 5th gear here, although my instincts tell me to shift down to 4th. I think 5th gear is definitely where I want to be. As we just about completely clear the water. Now I do want to hold left, but not hit that tree that's right there. Damn it, this is such a good lap. Even though we balls it, I still believe that we're going to be getting a pretty quick time out of this thing. So we put the power down across the line. Finishing with a 1 minute, low 1:03, so not really anything super great. I'm genuinely surprised by this thing. I mean, it feels fast. It sounds incredible. I feel like I'm going a lot faster than I am. Let's just go a little focus mode now and try and get the best time possible out of this thing. Swing all the way wide. I did dab the e-brake just a tiny bit there. Going as far inside as we possibly can through that section. Now hopefully I don't hit the tree up here. Just about clearing the water. Alright, now don't hit the tree. Swing wide through those bushes. Hit the inside apex. Now put the power down on this straight. Now get the car sideways, getting ready for this corner. Now put the power down at the finish. Come on, buddy. You got lots of horsepower. Put it doing. Oh! Finishing with a really, really great time there. That is actually faster than the last Hellcat. I'm a little bit surprised by this thing. I didn't think it was that quick. I guess it just took me a couple laps to get in my groove again, get my lines back down for the track that I used to drive. I did balls of gear right there. Not sure how that's going to fare with our final lap time. Getting a little bit sideways around that corner. That's okay though. This car would definitely be a little bit better if fifth gear was a little bit shorter or fourth gear was a little bit longer, so I could be at a little bit higher RPMs through this whole section right here. We're just almost clearing the water, but it's still alright. This thing's still a pretty quick car. So we're coming up to the final corner in our last lap. Hitting sideways, barely getting the checkpoint with the back end and putting the power down in the finish. Can we get a faster time out of this thing? Will it be able to do it? Not quite being able to do it. So that second to last lap is our fastest time. So let's see how it placed. So 1 minute 1.728, and that is an exact tie with the Lancia 037, putting this thing into 7th place. Genuinely surprised. I had a feeling that this thing would do pretty decent, just because the last Hellcat did do pretty good, finishing in 11th place. But you know, I don't know. I just had a feeling that this thing being a bit heavier than that wouldn't have the same grip that it did, but it definitely had the same grip. And I believe it had a little more power, because I don't remember exactly how much horsepower we had in the other one, but I don't think I put any engine upgrades on it. But anyway, I hope you did enjoy this quick little video. If you did, please leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do whatever you like doing. Hope to see you guys in the next one. And as always, guys, I'm out.